Win the incredible Steigercraft 21DB Miami, powered by a Yamaha 200, in the ultimate season-long multiple-species subscriber-only fishing competition, the Fisherman's 2017 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Go to thefisherman.com and enter today. The fishing news is brought to you by Okuma.
Hey there, Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine with this week's web video fishing forecast for New England. I'm here in Old Lyme, Connecticut at Black Hall Outfitters with Nick, and we got the second annual Fluke Fest this weekend, June 24th and 25th. So I'm going to turn it over to Nick here for a second and give you some information on the tournament. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like Toby said, we got our second annual Fluke tournament coming up this weekend. We have two divisions. We have a big boat and we have a kayak division. The first prize is going to be cash for the big boat and a loon angler for the kayak division, so pretty good prizes. We're going to have a bunch of our sponsors showing up. They're contributing a bunch to the tournament. The Fisherman, Costa, Old Town Canoe and Kayaks, Stormer, Tsunami, Plum Island, just to name a few. It's going to be a really good time. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page with all the details and rules for the tournament, or our website. Yeah, we're looking out for a good turnout this weekend.
Excellent. What do we got? How's the bite been locally? Has been any fish in this area down Old Lyme, Old Saybrook, mouth of the Connecticut River area?
Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of activity going on. This tournament's coming at a really good time. This past week we've heard of a couple double-digit fish, kind of on the long sand shoal, shallower water. There's plenty of bait, sand eels, baby bunker around. So a lot of the guys are doing really well on jigs, chartreuse color, with a little teaser 12 inches up, and there's fluke everywhere.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you very much, Nick. Looks like it's going to be a great tournament this weekend. Thank you.
We're looking forward to it. Thanks.
All right. All right, and hey, if you plan on fishing the tournament this weekend, or if you just plan to get out in your area for some fluke, head on over to thefisherman.com. We've got the beginning of a video series, some tips on improving your fluke success that we shot last week when we got out with the Celtic Quest on Long Island with the guys from Spro, Gamakatsu, Fat Cow. Now this first installment talks about choosing your bucktail color, so that's perfect. There's a lot of sand eels around in the sound right now, so we got some tips on that side of it. So go ahead and check that video out. We've got some great tips and tricks coming in from a bunch of the guys who are out on that boat with us. Continuing on in the Connecticut region, guys in this area really still waiting for that big push of striped bass to roll through the sound, but until then, porgy fishing in Long Island Sound and surrounding waters is excellent. And, Captain Greg DeBrule, the Blackhawk, said he's been getting both really good numbers of porgies as well as some jumbo sizes on all the trips. Just a reminder though, if you are bottom fishing in the Sound, over in New York waters, black sea bass season remains closed until the 26th, so you are not allowed to be in possession of any sea bass if you enter New York waters, regardless of where you caught them or where you're sailing from. So if you're keeping any sea bass, make sure you stay on the Connecticut side. Moving on into Rhode Island, continuing with bottom fishing, fluke fishing is excellent in Rhode Island waters. The guys from the Francis Fleet report getting solid numbers on both their full as well as their half-day trips lately, with a lot of the pool fish going that 6 to 10 pound class, and most of the average fish in that 3, 4, maybe 5 pound range. Lots of limits coming in. They're also doing well on sea bass. That season is open in Rhode Island, and some pretty big porgies as well. Striped bass wise, sort of what we're dealing with in the Sound, kind of waiting for that big push of fish to come through still. But that said, in the last week, I got word of at least 2 confirmed 50s landed out at the island, and a fish that was caught and released that bottomed out a 60-pound scale. So there are some big fish starting to show up out around the island, getting word that there's a lot of sand eels over there, so that should bode well for the bite when it really kicks in. And then up in Massachusetts, the best striped bass action in New England, as I've been telling you for the last couple of weeks, continues in the Bay State. Got an email from Captain Sam Struber. He landed a nice 46-inch bass on a live mackerel while fishing up in Boston Harbor. And I also got word from Eric Harrison. He nailed an absolutely massive striped bass over the weekend in the rainy weather on a hoagie jigging eel. It was a 51-inch long fish, 29-inch girth. Congratulations on that awesome catch, Eric. So just to show you, there's a lot of big fish up in that Boston area. All right, well, there you have it. I am Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine, wishing you tight lines if you head out onto the water this weekend.
The fishing news is brought to you by Okuma. Win the incredible Steigercraft 21DB Miami, powered by a Yamaha 200, in the ultimate season-long multiple species subscriber-only fishing competition, the Fisherman's 2017 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Go to thefisherman.com and enter today.